ice. We'll review proceedings here. But all that really matters is that England 2, Trinidad and Tobago 0. Don't go away.
Where do they get their energy from?
EDF Energy, providing energy to millions of homes.
Where do they get their energy from?
EDF Energy, providing energy to millions of homes.
Well, have you all calmed down? It needed Rooney to shake things up, but even then it was the old-fashioned method that got England through. Crouch spares the blushes, but not all of them. So along came Gerrard. And so England are into the last 16, but not with anything like the authority or class that we were hoping for. Victory against Sweden in our live ITV match in Cologne next Tuesday will confirm them as group winners. By then we'll know if it's Ecuador or Germany that they'll meet in that last 16. Reaction now from Sam, Stuart and Terry. My goodness, England need to improve for that last 16, don't they?
I think he should have learnt a lot today. I think we did things that we assessed on at half-time, ball in there too early. People like Lampard on his way up, losing the ball. He could never time his runs. It's too much for those two boys in the centre of the field to cope with what they need to do. And you could see in the end, Lampard was going. When we were building the play up and passing, he could spot his runs. 3 times he got in Lampard and should have scored. Didn't finish, but should have scored. And he was going forward, Gerrard, leaving them for the counter-attack. And Gerrard, in the end, scores the goal. But he was vacating his position. These two are terrific players. I would actually build the whole thing about those two going forward and an anchor man. Those three, I think, in the centre, they can't. That can't keep going on the way that's going at the moment. And that's got to have some attention, because
you can learn a lot, yeah, for sure. But can you change a lot? Is there the time to change a lot ahead of the bigger challenges to come?
I think there is time to change. I mean, for me, I'm always a great believer of the people I feel as though have come in and done well stay in the team. And that applies to Lennon today. For me, he went past people, he stretched the opposition. He stood out on the wing and said, give me the ball, leave me one-on-one and I'll go and take people on. That enabled us to stretch them, and it showed for the goal. They ended up, instead of having 4 or 5 defenders in the central area and getting knockdowns, it was one-on-one at the far post with Crouchy, and he's going to dip his bread.
And you keep Rooney in, presumably at the expense of Owen.
I don't see what Michael's doing for us at the moment, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a place for him further along the tournament or coming off the bench, but at the moment I don't see what he's doing for us at the moment.
Sam, any answers?
Yes, I think there's a massive opportunity to experiment in the final game, not too much, but to play around with the starting 11. Certainly, I got to give Sven some credit for the substitutions this afternoon or tonight. I think that it changed the game in our favour. I think putting David Beckham at right back and Aaron Lennon wide on the right, we kept feeding him. That lad kept beating the fullback time after time. Even though the goal didn't come from him, he stretched them an awful lot, and finally in the end David Beckham provided the sort of cross that Crouchy scored with. Plenty of opportunities to score, but didn't find the finishing touch as well as we'd like.
At which time we were close to huge embarrassment, Terry. This was well into the last 10 minutes.
yes, it was. I mean, he got some space, they don't close him down. He gets a terrific ball of what he's capable of doing, and it's the one that goes right on his head. He leaps and he scores the goals. And he's worked very hard, Crouch. It's been a tough game for him.
And you could sense the relief around the stadium. We could also sense the relief around the country. That was the reaction in Stoke when that goal went in. And they felt the same way in Newcastle. And I have to say there was a little bit of relief around these parts as well.
Yes! Go on, Crouchy! Get in there, son! Hey, you big...
So, Sam, we daren't show your reaction when the Gerrard goal went in. But how much did that really wipe out what had gone before? It doesn't really paper over the cracks, does it?
For Peter Crouch particularly, because I'm a big fan anyway, but that miss that just before half-time might have preyed on his mind had he not got this goal today. So it's going to give him huge amount of confidence, and this lad keeps scoring goals at every level now. So I think he's very, very important for England, and I think he's got to keep the service coming in like David Beckham provided, and he will score more and more goals.
And Steven Gerrard, so many question marks about the way he linked up with Lampard today and his role out there, but strikes like this, wonderful to see.
This is where he should be. This is exactly where he wants to be. He's coming from behind the ball. He just gets a new position and he comes inside and he does what we see him do so often. That's where he's got to operate, him and Lampard. And to have that, you've got to have an anchor man in the middle so the fullbacks can go as well. That's what he gives you, an anchor man. We must be, at the moment, one of the only teams in the competition that hasn't got that facility.
Both the goals we've scored there, the ball's gone wide into Lennon first, come back inside, that's created the space for Gerrard to come and do what he's good at, shooting from distance.
Well, wasn't it nice to see second half goals going in from the England point of view in a World Cup match? It wasn't just nice, it was absolutely essential. We'll have more reaction from the boys and we'll have reaction from the England camp as well, I'm sure, in just a couple of minutes.
Where do they get their energy from?
EDF Energy, providing energy to millions of homes.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Goes like this.
Goes like this.
Better than mine.
Mm-hmm.
A win's a win, and England fans celebrate a 2-0 victory over Trinidad and Tobago. Let's get the reaction of David Beckham. He's down below us with Gabriel Clark right now.
David, had you almost given up hope?
No, we never give up. That's the message we give out. That's the message we've always given out. We knew it was going to be tough today. You know, people expected us to walk this game, and we never expected that. We knew it was going to be an hard game. We knew they was going to get 11 men behind the ball all the time. They made it hard for us all game, but we knew if we kept to our game plan, then we'd break them down. That's and the good thing about the game is we finished it strongly.
So many chances. Was there a tension about the play?
No, I think there's always a slight tension when you're expected to win it so much, and there was that. But you know, we've stuck at our task. We've worked hard. We've got a lot out of the game. You know, the plus of the game is we got that goal that we needed in the second half, which we haven't got for a while, and we finished the game very strong.
Were you surprised to see Wayne come on so early?
No, because I think that he's ready now. He needs to get on and get fit, and the manager made 2 good substitutions. It was very positive, and we pushed forward from that.
It will be fair to say we've not seen England's best, but you've won both games, pretty much qualified. Sum it all up.
Yeah, it would be very fair to say that you've not seen the best of us yet, but we've hopefully put ourselves in a good position now to qualify. We know we can play better. We know there's better to come, and we just have to show people that.
These fans believe.
That's the thing. These fans are the ones that deserves the goals and the wins, and they're always behind us. They never stop cheering for us the whole game, and our wins are for them because we work hard and we work hard for ourselves.
2 out of 2. Well done.
Thank you.
So what are the pluses to come out of this England performance? Qualification, obviously, but what do England carry forward?
Well, I think it's exciting. In fact, I know people say, well, it's not 2 good performances. They are hard games, though. But we've got to say, what can we pick up from that? Where we've got Lennon come on, and we've also got Rooney. That gives us a little lift. But we started to play quicker. We started to recognise when the runs were on, and we made chances, and it looked better. We're good and solid at the back. I still think we need that, whether it's Carrick or someone's going to hold that position and let these 2 go. Let Gerrard and Lampard go, and I think that what we can do is get something quite exciting out of something at the moment we're a bit gloomy about. But there's no need to be. We've got to be up, and we've got to be optimistic. And I think that there's things definitely we can learn today, without a doubt.
And maybe that Gerrard-Lampard combination is the key. That's got to be got right.
I think at least one of them's being stifled from their natural play. Gerrard's all action, get forward, shots at goal, and one thing and another. Lampard as well, timing of his runs, getting in the box at the right time. Now, if they're both going to play together and you're going to ask one of them to at least hold, you're stifling at least one of them. So.
And they're outnumbered, aren't they?
They were today, definitely.
And Peter Crouch's reputation continues to improve, doesn't it, Sam?
Yes, I'm really delighted because at 6'7" and a little ungainly, he's not pleasing to the eye, but he's got a lot of qualities and a lot of skill, and of course, more importantly, he's scoring goals. And it was really good to see him score that one after missing such an easy one just before half-time. But the overall picture is get through. We've done the job that's needed to be done. Maybe rest one or two key players, which is very important now in the third game, and experiment a little bit. And then we may get something out of that for the future of England going onwards for a long, long way, particularly for me, Aaron Lennon.
Yeah.
I think that his work on the ball against defenders is exceptionally good.
Lovely, thanks very much indeed. Well, Sweden-Paraguay, the other match in England's Group E, is coming up shortly here on ITV, live from Berlin. There will be some lurid headlines written about this England performance tomorrow, but for years to come, I hope they'll be writing calypsos in the Caribbean about Trinidad and Tobago's amazing World Cup. Bye-bye.